You can't convince me otherwise that education is very important. If you are for the first time, guys, this is my V podcast. Welcome to our episode. We are having a special guest today. He'll introduce himself and explain to us who is he, what is he currently doing, where is he from, and all that. Welcome to our V podcast, my guy.
Thanks, my man. It's a great honor and privilege to be here, man.
Sure. Just tell our Mavi podcast, who are you? Maybe before we go, just for people who are watching it for the first time, this is our Mavi podcast, whereby we are talking about the driving forces of SA economy. Is anything that it's got to do with economy, guys, we're gonna discuss it here. Be mining, be farming, be tourism, be manufacturing, industrial, anything. That's why we're gonna unpack it here together with you and us. Please stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube page at Mavesta_ST. Take a chair, relax. Let's hear what does our guest have for us. Who are you, my guy? Where are you from?
First of all, I want to say thank you very much for inviting me here, Mavi. It's a great honor and a great privilege to be in this platform.
Okay.
I think most do know me, and I go by the name of KHUTHADZO RALIOMA. Most in the mining industry know me as Junior. The name started off in a funny way. Most know me as Junior. Even today, I'm still Junior.
Where does the name come from? Where does Junior come from? If you maybe just for interesting.
There was a specific colleague that I used to work with, from nowhere. I think she took it from my title. Mind you that my title is a junior engineer.
Okay.
So what she did is that she just started calling me randomly. She never even asked my name. She never bothered asking my name. She just started calling me Junior.
Junior, just like that.
Because of my title.
Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, you're a junior.
I'm a junior engineer.
Oh, okay.
So
that's nice.
So that's how exactly it started. Then now the entire mine that I currently work for know me as Junior.
Sure.
So I'm surprised if certain people do know my real name. But
for sure, some of the people that are sitting at home that wondering who is this guy? Why is he calling himself Junior?
No, I just have to disclose my real name, guys.
Sure.
My name is KHUTHADZO RALIOMA.
KHUTHADZO
RALIOMA.
That's Venda, right?
It's Venda.
So you're from Hangi?
So I was actually born in a small village in Venda.
Okay.
Around Njelele, to be exact.
Okay.
And then I came this side, Pretoria. I think I was around 6 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So that should be around the 2000s, early 2000s to be exact. I'm a very old guy.
So you've been this side for forever.
No, I've been this side all my life. I schooled my early years, my primary years were here, my high school years were here, my varsity years were here as well. So no, I now call this place home. This has been the place that I have been, should I say, raised.
So you know Pretoria like you know yourself.
Too much. All those
funny stuff that is happening in Pretoria.
No. There's nothing you can tell me. I think I have been. At times, people have thought that I'm a Pretorian, if there's such. I'm a Sutu or Pedi. Maybe it's because of the lingo that I use at times.
Sure.
But to be exact, guys, Movenda. Chivenda, straight up.
Sure. Venda is actually a nice language, but for me it's a bit difficult. But I can understand when you talk Venda, but to talk, that's a challenging part for me.
I disagree.
Why?
I disagree. I feel like each and every language is hard at the beginning. For me, Venda, it's possibly because I'm Venda. But people that I've taught Venda got it very should I say, simple, and got it at the first time.
So it's just a matter of mentality, or whether you want to know it or you don't want to.
It's your mentality. I think you highlighted it very perfect. It's just a matter of mentality.
Exactly.
Whether you want to know it or you don't. But if you want to know it, I give you 2 days.
Exactly.
Yeah, then you'll be fine.
It actually goes. It goes for almost everything. Everything that we do in life. Nothing is difficult. It's just a matter of how do you wanna pursue things. It's just a matter of mentality. You start in here.
You couldn't have said that any better. No, that's what I totally agree. It starts in the brain, and then afterwards the actions follows.
Exactly. So tell me, KHUTHADZO. I hope I'm pronouncing it proper. 100%. If not, you'll forgive me. So you say you're a junior engineer.
Yes.
Like, how did you start for you to be where you are currently as a junior engineer? Yes, I understand you from Venda. You started your school, you said, back home or in Pretoria?
To be exact,
I
started from primary.
Yes.
I've been in PTA all my life.
All your life?
Yeah, all my life I've been in PTA.
Okay.
So just to run you through how I ended up choosing this career path. I'll try and just brief it, or just give it into short.
Yes.
Minimize it. I was actually not into mining that much.
Sure.
I went to various, should I say, streams or sectors in the engineering field.
Okay.
So I did my P1 at ESCO.
Okay.
I did my P2. There's a company that was called iForce Hydraulic Tools.
Okay.
Yeah, they mainly deal with, it's just hydraulics, per se.
Okay.
And then, luckily after then, I went to an auto sector.
Okay.
The auto sector that I joined was UD Trucks. I'm pretty sure you do know. I see trucks.
Sure. Basically, it talks about the yellow machines.
100%. So I joined UD Trucks.
Sure.
They belted me to a point where later on that's when I decided that no. I started reading more and more into mining. And that's when I joined, should I say, mining plus minus 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not been some time.
Yeah. So maybe for someone who doesn't maybe, or not sure about the exact stream that you are currently doing, because our concept and how can I put it? Our main objective is to make whoever that's watch our Mavi podcast aware about everything that we are discussing in here, and the guest that is coming in. So we just want to know exactly like the stream that you are currently doing. Is it mechanical, electrical?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Look, by profession, I'm a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
Yes. I went through the stream of mechanics whatsoever. So I went to varsity for that. There's other side courses as well. That helped me to be who I am right now. So my stream specifically, mind you that just to educate others as well. That when it comes to the stream that we've taken, the junior engineer, there's two types of the junior engineers, which are electrical and mechanical. And currently I am more, or should I say, I am a mechanical engineer. Junior engineer. You understand? So I'm more, should I say, specialized, as much as I should know all electrical and mechanical.
So it's a combination.
It's a combination.
Okay.
But of course, since I went through the mechanical side of things, I specialize more on the mechanical side.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe for you to be, say, now you are admitted on a varsity level, for you to pursue your studies as a mechanical engineer, what is it exactly that one must do or be aware of in terms of subject-wise or so?
Guys, first of all, I just want to indicate that it's not... There's a lot of streams and there's a lot of ways to become an engineer.
Sure.
That's one thing we should emphasize here.
Yeah.
Understand? Because it does not mean if you get lower marks at the end of your matric. It's the end of the world. No, trust me. I know a lot of people. You know, I'll give the first stream. Of course, the first stream is get your 60s, your 70s. Let's just say 70s. Yeah. That's when varsities you'll get admitted to varsities. And then there's people who also get, let's just say 60s. You know, there's what we call a what do you call this? Extended course.
Kind of a bridging course.
It's a bridging course.
You
understand?
To
show that, you know, it does not mean you're a failure or anything. That's something we have to emphasize. You know, if it's not happening now, it does not make you a failure. You know, so there's a bridging course that you can take. It's just a year addition to that. You know, if maybe your course is 4 years, you'll do it for 5 years. But at the end of the day, we still remain as engineers. The both of us. And another thing that I also want to make people aware of is, should I say, not necessarily bridging, but let's just say you got a 30 or a 40%. Let's just say in your major subjects. Could it be science, could it be maths? Guys, there's what we call after matric, you can just go and, should I say, increase your marks. You know, it does not mean if you are, let's just say at that time you took a gap year, you're just increasing your marks. It does not make you a failure.
Exactly.
That is something people need to know. You know, it does not make you a failure, but actually we get to see the bravery and in you. We get to see the strong in you. You know, so I encourage all of us. We can all become, in my belief, what we want to become.
Exactly.
Could it be anything? Could it be an engineer? Could it be a doctor? Anything that we want in life. You know, as long as we started off by saying that if your mind and your mindset is there, whether it takes 10 years, 5 years,
if you are just determined,
if you're 100%, you're determined to do and be where you want to be, you will be there,
no matter the circumstance.
100%.
No, I hear you, my guy. I really hear you. So I heard you were talking about the marks, say 60s, so you are ranging about 80s. You are that kind of a student. Maybe before you answer that one, I'm so eager to know the high school that you went into.
The high school?
Yeah, the high school that you went to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The high school that I went to is in Gesina. I'm pretty sure some of you guys know it as well.
Yeah.
But it has changed its name. It was called Hendrik Vervoet Hoërskool.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's in Gesina.
Yes.
Yeah, it's English and Afrikaans. So don't be surprised if I just use 2 or 3 words.
Sure, I mean, you're more than welcome.
So,
I mean, it's South Africa.
Exactly.
You've got different languages, about what, 9 or so.
Exactly my point. So I schooled it all my high school years. From grade 8 until 12. You know, after then, I went to TUT.
Okay.
Yeah, further my studies of mechanical engineering. You know, went to UNISA as well. Yeah, did my project management.
So, sorry, you say you went to UNISA.
Yes.
Most people they tend to say UNISA. They discredit it. What's your take based on that? Most people they say UNISA it's for I don't want to say that way, but they just discredit.
No, I think it's preference. It's preference. But, you know, to me, to checking how I got my qualification.
Yeah.
You know, it was worth it. You know, it was very much worth it. And for me, as I went there, I still credit it.
Sure.
Yeah, to me, it's quite, should I say, a reputable varsity.
Sure.
You know, yeah, where it's good to further your studies there. Yeah. Ideally, yes, I would think if you were to start, it's better to start off with a varsity where you'd be going every day to school. But when you further it, due to time constraints, etc. Online and all these other things, are much more preferred and much more better.
So, are you saying you can still recommend UNISA? Because for me, UNISA, like the way how people think of UNISA, is like college. Into other, I don't know how to call them, but for some people, college. If you say I'm from college, people tend to say college guy or college lady. It's like when you're from UNISA, that's how they look into UNISA. Unfortunately, that's how it's their opinion because everyone is entitled to say whatever they want.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want us to address this thing of saying college or discrediting college guys.
Sure.
That should I say, be removed from our minds. There's great leaders and great minds that went to college.
Exactly.
You know, for me personally speaking, it's a personal statement. Varsity, college, whatsoever, you know, those are books.
Sure.
And it's just study.
Yes.
It does not measure our capabilities. It does not measure our intelligence. You understand? So you could either go to college but still be smarter than a varsity student.
Definitely.
You understand? So for me, for those people who still discredit colleges, it is wrong because I've dealt with people who went to colleges who are way smarter than I am.
Exactly.
Where I get to get better advice from them than people who went straight from varsity. So just to come back to your answer, or to your question of saying that UNISA, for me, I still credit it. You know, it's still a good varsity in my eyes. You know, and hence I went there.
Sure.
So for me,
you still go for UNISA.
I can still credit it, and I can still tell somebody to enroll if possible.
Yeah.
Education is the key.
Exactly. Education is very important. If I were to be given a chance again to go to school, I would definitely do it.
Yeah, no.
I would definitely do it because education it's important, guys. I know a lot of people who say, who went to school currently, their life is something else. So you can never convince me anyhow when it comes to education. Hence, we are saying we came up with this podcast because people they are saying such stuff because of lack of knowledge, lack of information. They say in college this, college that, only because they don't have information. Hence, we came up with this Mavi podcast to bring an awareness so that we found someone from varsity, we get someone from college, let them talk. Let us just have a conversation about the truth. You see?
No, I think this is a very great approach.
Sure.
It's a very great approach.
Yeah,
you know, because it gets to make people understand as well.
Exactly.
You know, saying what is what and how can you get where you want to get.
Exactly. So maybe just coming back to our discussion, looks like we quickly went off, but not really. Maybe just to come back from our thing. How did you end up in the mining industry? Why not being a doctor? Why not being a teacher, or why mining?
I'll be very honest with everybody.
Yeah.
My initial thing was being a doctor.
Okay.
But my biggest picture was becoming rich fast. And growing up, we were always told that engineers make money fast.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
That is the environment that I grew up in.
Yeah.
We're told that engineers make money. Once you start working, you're gonna rock that BMW.
Sure.
Straight up. You understand?
Yeah.
That got into my mind of saying that, you know, as much as I can become this and this, as much as it was a dream, it became a personal dream.
Yeah.
But one of my biggest motivators was money.
Sure.
But when you get there, the money is okay, guys. Yeah, don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
It will motivate you. Trust you.
Sure.
You know. But yeah, I think the main reason why I got to where I am is because I always liked cars.
Yeah.
And hence I chose mechanical to be per se.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to fix cars. And then initially at the end I decided that as much as I'll also fix them with my brain as well.
Sure.
so
okay. No, I get you, my guy. So you say mining with money.
There's that thing that there's that saying mining down.
Since when you've been saying you've been in a mining industry for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna expose you because many people, they say, if you want to know whether the company or the entity is paying, you must look at the cup picking or cupboard. I mean, the cup picking. Yeah. According to you, maybe the packing of your management or from your level of maybe from engineers upward. What do you think? Is there money or?
I think I have a perfect answer to that.
Sure.
I think we can do better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll just leave it there. Yeah, I know, but we can do better.
Sure.
You know? But you never know. That's another thing. You never know, because a person might come with a small car.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's another thing.
Definitely.
A person might come with a small car just to find out that when you go to his house, they have a Porsche.
It's a Ferrari.
There's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's very possible.
And it's happening.
Yes.
Understand? So I don't really want to conclude when it comes to cars alone.
Sure,
but our couples could do better, guys. Yeah, it could do better.
Okay, no, I get you, Magaya.
Yeah.
In terms of what are you currently doing, like what's your responsibilities as a junior engineer? Where are you currently working?
It's a very, I don't want to say complex, but there's quite a lot of things that we do.
Okay. Yeah.
Mind you that as a junior engineer, your responsibility is also to learn.
Sure.
Understand?
Yeah.
Because you need to ensure that you, should I say, learn exactly what the engineer is doing.
Yeah.
But if I was to, let me just say, I'm putting myself in this.
Okay.
My day-to-day job currently, for those who don't know, we do get, should I say, temporarily promotions as well.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, right now, I've acted as a foreman as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Mechanical
by the plant as well. For a month or so. I've acted as a TMM foreman as well.
Sure.
I've acted as and this is not days, guys, it's months.
It's months.
Yeah, I must be specific.
Yeah.
Not like they just put me there for one day while
the
person went to lunch or graduation.
Like the old man.
No, the old man.
The person who's carrying the appointment is not there for the whole month or the whole week.
I was carrying the appointment.
Sure.
So I've acted as that. I've also acted as a GES as well.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah, for the shaft as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it comes with a lot of responsibility as well. Because imagine you are not exposed to that, and then you are being told that you need to start doing this.
Yeah.
So you need to be very much firm.
Sure.
And eager to learn as well.
Exactly.
You understand? It does not mean if I'm a foreman or anything like that, I don't learn from my fellow artisans.
Exactly.
You understand? Because I believe and know that there's artisans that know well more than their foremen as well.
Definitely.
That is how it is. So on a day-to-day, it's just, learning. Learning, and if you're acting as well,
Sure.
And you're just feeling into the engineer's shoes as well.
Yeah.
In their absence as well. Yeah, but the most important thing is learning.
Exactly. Maybe for me, obviously for you to be an engineer, you have to go through all those processes. And this is my little belief, I might be wrong. For you to be an artisan, you need an assistant.
100%.
And you look good as an artisan because of an assistant.
100%.
So a foreman, for him to be a foreman, he looks good because of the artisan. So you as an engineer, you look good because of the foreman.
You could have said that better.
Yeah.
I'll just give you a quick scenario.
Sure.
To show that, your subordinates are the most important thing.
Definitely.
I remember when I was a foreman by the mechanical plant.
Yeah.
I did not know enough things.
Sure.
Exact.
Yeah.
But now I'm very much equipped.
Yeah.
Now I can sit down with those people and say no.
No. Yeah. You say no.
No, this is a no.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
But the team that I had then, You know, I'm not going to mention names.
Sure.
Yeah, but the team that I had then, you know, I was very much grateful.
Yeah.
You know, I got as much as I was leading them.
Yeah.
They were making things very simple.
Easy.
Even the foreman, the TMM foreman, the GS, everybody played their role.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, as you were saying, it makes the job easy for me as well.
Definitely.
So it's very much important to be supported by your team.
Yeah.
As much as I'm supported, I must support my team.
Definitely. And you must also look after your team.
100%.
That one is very important.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's very, very important, guys.
100%.
It's actually a collective. It's a teamwork.
That's how it goes.
Wherever you go, it's a teamwork.
That's how it goes.
So if you're saying, me, I'm Sylvester, I can do this podcast alone, unfortunately, it will fail.
English says that there is no I in team.
Definitely.
Yes. It's always about teamwork, guys.
Yeah. And a leader, you hear it by saying we. A leader doesn't say I. No. So, no, I get you, my guy. So, since when you've been all into this acting and all that, the challenges that you encountered ever since, maybe as a mechanical foreman, that you can see, you know what, this was like, I nearly gave up.
The nearly gave up part, I'm not going to admit to it. Because I think I was raised to not give up at all.
Definitely, sure.
Sure. As much as things can get tough, we keep on going. That is how you should be. That's the mentality we need. So there were challenges. I don't want to lie to you. There were times where we must be honest. We're not only dealing as a foreman. You're not only going to be dealing with machinery, but you'll be dealing with people too.
Definitely.
And it can happen that one of your persons or one of your subordinates as well maybe does not want to do a specific task.
Sure.
Yeah. So you need to take action.
Definitely.
Action against them. And it's not something that we want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're compelled and you're just put into a corner where you just have to.
And mind you, the job must go.
That's and if I don't take action will be taken on me.
Unfortunately, that's how harsh mining is. Unfortunately, that's a sad part of it.
100%.
Yeah.
You understand? If I don't take a decision now, a decision will be taken on. You understand? So it could be with people, but those were just some minor things.
Yeah.
And it could be with familiarizing yourself with the machines that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Because nobody was born perfect.
Definitely.
You understand? So
yeah.
You find you just being put in a place, but you need to quickly familiarize yourself. If it's a mill, you need to know how a mill works.
Sure.
Understand? If it's an LHD, if it's a dump truck, you need to know what's a dump truck, how does a dump truck work, all these mechanical components of it. So I would say the challenges was learning about the machines themselves and to learning about the people as well, because as much as you're a foreman as well, you can't treat all your employees the same.
Sure.
Not saying that one is special. But we need to make sure that that if it's that one, that's how you deal with it. If you know it's that one, you know how to deal with it. It's very much important.
It's very important to read the character.
To read the character. That's the word that I wanted.
Sure.
To know the character of your subordinate. I'm saying that if I want something from him, that's how I get it. If I want something from him, that's how I get it. So it's people. Dealing with people and dealing with knowing the machines themselves. How they operate. But besides that, and the hectic hours as well, guys. Bigger foreman. The hectic hours. I think there was a time where I think I was called. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a day that I think I was called from 2:00 midnight.
That time the plant must run.
The plant must run. You understand? 2, 3. And then you have to make decisions as well on that. Decisions that could hinder the production.
Sure.
So it's cautious decisions that we make. So even if they call you at 2. You cannot say,
I'm sleepy.
No, you can't say,
no excuse. No. They need production.
And you need to wake up. And make that decision. So yeah, even the sleeping,
So are you saying that being a foreman is not nice?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
But it does have a lot of responsibilities too.
Sure.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not going to lie and say it's not good. No, it's good, but it has a lot of responsibilities. And one thing that I've noticed is that the people around me, they do excel.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm reaching on.
Sure.
Yes.
So maybe just for interest's sake, technically, as an engineer, what is the day-to-day duties of an engineer in terms of technical? Maybe it can be designing or maybe problem solving or
in the mining stream, to be exact. When it comes to technicality, it's decision making.
Yeah.
In a sense that, let's just say, I'll give a scenario or an example of a foreman coming to tell you, let's just say maybe an axle.
Sure.
Maybe there's something wrong with an axle.
Yeah.
You can come up with a solution. You can just come, because mind you that the most important thing, as much as it's machinery, it's also production.
Exactly.
You understand? So maybe I would come up with a solution. Maybe they're telling me it's on breakdown.
Yeah.
The dump truck is on breakdown. Maybe I'd come up with a quick solution to say that, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just remove 1, 2, 3. So that we can allow the machine to work maybe for some hours.
Sure.
To allow production to take place.
Yeah.
And then after hours, then we can just strip the machine and then do the right procedure. Or the full procedure, not the right one, or both those procedures are correct.
Yeah.
Do the procedure that will prolong the machine.
Yeah.
So when it comes to technicality, you need to be very much sure with your story.
Yeah.
You need to, because the most important thing, as I said, is production.
Yeah.
I need to ensure that I can make a quick plan, or I can come up with a solution. And solution right now, not a solution where I'll be like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And I'll give you an answer tomorrow.
Yeah.
You need to be a quick thinker, where I'll tell you, remove this and put it there.
Sure.
It could be a temporary fix or a permanent one.
So, in a nutshell, the duties, it's like, in a nutshell, it's problem solving.
You need to be not just a problem solver, but a fast problem solver.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to be a fast problem solver. Of course, there'll be times, most of the time, our supervisors, our foremen, they always have solutions.
Sure.
So the most important thing is our technicality comes in when you need to also assess their solutions.
Yeah.
Because that's the role of an engineer. You assess a foreman's or the supervisor's solution.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe they'll come with 2 or 3 solutions to you.
And you advise.
And then you advise. Saying that, no, I'm thinking this one is the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is practically it.
No, I get you, Mr. KHUTHADZO.
100%.
KHUTHADZO. So you don't have any other name?
No. But you
don't have English name whatsoever?
No, I don't want it.
So how is it like? I mean, in the mining industry, there's a lot of racist as well.
Yeah.
How is it not a struggle to certain people to say to mention to talk your name or say whichever way? Is it not difficult?
I can't expect everybody to pronounce it perfectly.
Yeah.
But you must try.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't just call me with a whistle or you call me with a whistle or Ejo or no.
You must show that you want to know.
Exactly.
Name.
We are in a professional area.
Sure.
So try. I've heard the worst pronunciations. I've heard Gurazu, weird ones.
Sure.
But as long as I can hear or read, that person tried,
Yeah.
E for effort.
So you were saying you were acting in a plant.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's what should they call it? The legal responsibility of an engineer in a plant.
I'm just gonna answer it in one thing.
Okay.
Yeah. you are responsible for all the machinery.
Sure.
In the plant.
Yeah.
Understand? So you need to ensure that each and every machinery complies with the law.
Sure.
Understand? And also your people as well.
Sure. Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, so
it's very important.
In a nutshell, all the machinery within the plant and your employees as well.
Sure.
You are responsible for them.
And it's like
you need to make sure that everything is 100%. Of course, a mistake might happen, but we have to ensure we mitigate mistakes.
Exactly.
You understand? We need to make sure that we minimize mistakes.
Exactly.
If
controls wherever possible.
That's how it is. Put controls, where, because at times, a control is put when you see that there's a problem. Or once a problem is risen.
Right.
You understand? So, we'll put, most of the time, we'll put controls when something arises. But the most important thing, or the legal things when it comes to an engineer, is to just ensure that the machinery and your employees are compliant with the Mine Health and Safety Act.
But how mine has been to you, like how since you've been in the mining industry, how has it been for you, like because you are working with a lot of people, with different characters and all that. You find this one it's like an or whatever. How do you deal with such people? Like how did you cope? Or
just to answer your first question, I'm saying mining has been a journey.
Sure.
Yeah. A roller coaster to be exact. There are good days, there are bad days, but we should continue.
Sure.
So we continue. And people will be people, guys. Definitely. You understand? But I always say that I expect one thing from you as much as you must expect it from me.
Sure.
Which is respect.
Definitely, yeah.
Whether you had a bad day at work, a bad day at home, you respect me, and I will respect you.
Simple.
You understand? I end there. Once you approach me with disrespect,
then
our conversation is done.
Sure.
You understand? Whether you want what,
it doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
For as long as you don't respect.
As long as you don't respect me, I don't respect you too. Because respect goes a long way.
Definitely.
Regardless of who you are, your position in whatever you're doing. So the most important thing is, if you there's people who've approached me with disrespect. And then I have dismissed them as well.
Sure, definitely.
I'm saying that no, I can't.
Not this way.
No.
If
you're gonna come with this attitude of yours,
it's not gonna work.
Sometimes
it's the only way.
Yes.
Like honestly, sometimes they tend to undermine. They say, this young man, who is he? Who does he think anything?
Quite a lot.
They're forgetting that we are at work.
Yes.
And we got duties to fulfill.
Exactly. Yes. No, you're right. You're right. Now, age is a big factor. But hopefully my white hair is not I'm not young, guys.
So tell me, KHUTHADZO, how did I don't know how to ask this. How did mining change you? Because sometimes you come in as a what you call motoshop, and then ofita environment thing change as a person. You came in as a human, you went out as a monster. How did the mining industry change you in terms of personality?
I don't know if it's because I've been here for a short period of time. But I've remained the person that I came. The KHUTHADZO that was working for the previous company is still the KHUTHADZO.
It's still the same KHUTHADZO.
It's still the same guy. Maybe it's because I've always kept professionalism as well.
Sure.
Understand?
Sure.
When I come to work, I'm coming to work. Then I go home. That is my main key and my main focus. And my main goal of saying that I'm here in work.
Sure.
Nothing work. Work, get money, and go home.
Like you said, you like money.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, like, we need money.
Yeah, we need money.
Life is difficult. It's not a challenge.
Yeah,
we can say whatever we want.
Straight up.
We need money.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just straight. So I just professionalism. So I have not changed, guys. I'm still KHUTHADZO.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that you guys know.
Sure. Which is very important.
Yeah, no.
Because you tend to lose yourself, whereas that person, you even forgot to I made Sylvester this. And then when on the other side, you don't talk to your family. When you get home, you are angry. It's just a mess in your household. So
don't mix work and
your
household.
Yeah.
That's the biggest secret that I can tell you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that once you leave work, forget about work.
Yeah.
You all have responsibilities.
Definitely. Sure. Mr. Ralioma.
Thank you, man.
And the treatment in terms of, like I said, it's a different people with different mentalities and cultures and all that. The treatment in mining for yourself, since when you are a vendor with different races in the mining. How has it been for you?
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. I think another reason could be the fact that opinions are opinions and should remain as opinions.
Sure.
Whether he or her think that you just do your job, you go home.
Sure.
So for me, no, nothing
Yeah.
regarding my my culture or religion or anything like that. No, I have not been, should I say, abused.
Yeah.
No, I have not got to that point where I can say that they abused my rights because of this and that.
Yeah.
No.
Because actually in the mining industry, there's a lot of rights that you as well as an employee, you are entitled to use them.
Yes.
So
no, that is very much true. No, so that's why I'm saying that for me, no, nothing. Yeah, that one I can confidently say that I have not been a victim.
Okay. Which is good. So that shows that whatever the laws that are governing the mining industry, it's been followed. People are taking them serious.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's one of those things, guys. And then this maybe just what do they call it? Just maybe in general. What do you think about this thing of Malema that he was talking about in terms of taking mines from, like, making it for government? I don't know. I forgot the
yeah. I know.
Proper way.
No, I did. I'm not gonna say I went through it.
Yeah.
Understand? I'm not going to fully comment on it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nationalization of mines.
I'm not going to fully comment on it.
Yeah.
But if it's done in the correct procedures and done in the correct way, it could benefit all of us.
Sure.
Only if it's done in the correct way. You understand?
Yeah.
It could be of benefit to all of us. Because I don't want to get to a point where people are forcibly removed or
we don't
want that. But if it's done in a great and proper manner, then I don't see why. Sure, I don't see why.
I get you. KHUTHADZO.
Yes.
And then maybe just before we close this one, my guy, maybe in closing, if you were to be given a chance currently to change the stream that you're currently in, or the career, like I know you said you wanted to be a doctor, but are you saying will you choose mining again? If you were to be given a chance to change currently, what would you do?
I think I need water for this. Just have a sip.
Because
I have a perfect answer for this.
Sure. No, I understand you, my guy. So, just an interesting one to say, what would it be if it was not if it's not mining?
I think for this one, I think I'm a bit late.
Okay.
But ideally, I would have wanted to become a soccer player.
Sure.
Yeah. They know me.
Yeah.
They know me. They know me.
So, which position are you playing?
I think I'm amongst the best attackers in the game.
Okay. You know, that's nice.
Maybe age is lower by my side.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, just to rephrase, I did once wished to be a soccer player.
Okay.
And then I did get a very serious injury.
Sure.
During the play of soccer.
Okay.
I do have a
playoffs.
No.
Oh, I thought you said
no.
Okay.
It was just some games.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Building up yourself and stuff. Then I did get a serious injury.
Sure.
On one of my legs to a point where I was ruled out of soccer for some time.
Sure.
So that really delayed my progress.
So
soccer.
Yeah. If it was not for that, maybe you would have.
If it was not for that,
playing for Man U.
Not Man U. Not Man U.
No, why not?
No, not Man U. At this point in time, I think I could have been the top goal scorer in
South Africa.
Not South Africa.
Oh my God! Why not? Why not? Seems like you don't believe in yourself.
No, I think approximately, I would have been with the likes of Mbappe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sure. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So,
no, I hear you. Which is like maybe one last question, or if not, before we close this one. What advice can you give it to someone who want to join the mining industry? Because many people, honestly, they are a bit curious about mining industry. They don't know how does mining industry work. I will always say this because many people think mining industry is for illiterate people, which I tend to differ. Hence, we say let's bring the right people, the professionals in the mining industry, so that we can share the knowledge and information with those people who doesn't know exactly what is mining and how does mining works. So what can you say about it?
I think when it comes to mining regime or the mining sector,
sure,
people have always had the wrong impression about it.
Sure.
I think there was a point in time where I also thought when people mine, they're using what you call QP.
Yeah.
I thought, at initial it was like that.
Sure, yeah.
It is it's demanding. Definitely. That's one thing we need to clear and get off. It is demanding, physically and also mentally.
Sure.
You have to be a step ahead at all times. You understand? Because as I said, I think it was at the beginning of the interview, I was saying that, they need answers now.
You cannot
say I'm going home.
Or I don't know.
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
So you need a very good technical background as well. You can learn there. We do have these learnerships as well.
Yeah.
You can learn on the job as well. But for you to be well equipped, you do need a reasonable technical background, of understanding what you're doing.
Sure.
And your attitude says a lot about you as well.
Yeah.
Because even though you don't understand something, but you are willing to understand it, that says a lot about you as well.
Yeah.
So you need to ensure that you have a good attitude, a positive one too. You might fail, your plans might fail, but you continue.
Sure.
We continue.
Doesn't end there.
So, in conclusion, what I could just say is that your attitude, a little bit of technical background, and then respect. I'll always say, I'll always end with respect. Guy.
That one goes along.
Yeah, I'll always say respect. Guy.
Yeah.
Respect is very, very much important. Very, very much important. But that's.
I think we can. I wish we could do this interview. We give it a little bit of time because as we are talking, I got a lot of information that I think we didn't share. But I believe one of the good days again, we will call you so that we can come in and discuss certain stuff. So, just one more question. Between what's the difference between a learnership and a internship, based on your understanding?
Or based on my understanding.
Yeah.
I stand to be corrected again. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, there is a difference between a learnership and an internship.
Sure.
A learnership is usually, let's just say, mine or any business or anything like that.
Yeah.
They will carry you until you get a specific qualification at the end.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Sure.
So they will ensure that at the end you have a, should I say, a certificate to show that you did do this,
Sure.
Understand? And then, whereas an internship focuses mainly on giving an individual experience.
Sure. Okay.
So an internship, you can end an internship without a certificate. But just because they gave you in experience, that is their main goal.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So a learnership, the difference, the biggest difference between these two things is that in leadership, you are carried throughout the whole session.
Sure.
By the company.
Sure.
Until you get a specific say certificate or whatsoever. And then internship mainly focuses on granting you knowledge and experience.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. But they don't necessarily focus on accolades or anything like that.
No, you explain it to our viewers the way you understand it.
Yeah.
Which we really appreciate it, guys. We really appreciate you for coming to our podcast. And I believe we'll talk again in the near future once things go our direction. So maybe KHUTHADZO, if for the last message that you wanna share to our podcast, that at home, what can you say to everyone that knows KHUTHADZO? What can you tell them, and just to motivate people, because our objective is to teach and motivate everyone that is watching our podcast.
I think I'll just have 2 or 3 sentences.
Okay.
First of all, I want to thank everybody who took the chance to or opportunity to watch this podcast.
Sure.
Yeah, it's something that I've been watching myself.
Sure.
Quite some time.
And we appreciate it.
No. Thanks for that. So, yeah, let's keep on. And then when it comes to ourselves, let's keep on. As we know that this podcast itself focuses on self-growth, education. Let's educate ourselves.
Sure.
Education has no age. Education has no boundaries.
Definitely.
Let's ensure that even if it's not a big qualification, but we equip ourselves. We train our brains.
Sure.
Getting a mere book or a small book. Learning more and more about whatever you're doing or whatever you like.
Sure.
It also equips your brain.
Yeah.
You become a better person.
Sure.
You become equipped in any other way. So let's forever stay equipped, and ensure that we stay tuned at all times.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I appreciate this opportunity. We shall do this.
Definitely. We will definitely have you again in the near future. That one I can attest. Sure our subscribers. There's this other one of our subscribers. He sent me a message on the side to say, can you please ask your guest? We want to see if they are, how did he say it, that guy? If they are honest enough, who is their partner? So is KHUTHADZO currently in a relationship, and who is he with, and all that?
I'm not ashamed, guys.
Sure.
I'm not ashamed. I'm in for those ladies out there.
Sure.
I'm currently in a committed relationship
Sure.
now.
Sure.
My partner currently is in another state.
We wanna hear this.
No, I don't think because name.
Okay, it's fine.
When I disclose the name,
okay, it's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, she's in another stream.
Sure.
She's very far from engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
But KHUTHADZO got a person. For you ladies, you must stay away from KHUTHADZO. He's off the
market
of the sea. You can no longer.
Yeah, please guys, don't fish here. No.
So no, it's one of those things that one of the messages that I get from our subscribers, because we are Mavi podcast because of them. So their views are also valid into this podcast. Otherwise, my guys, thank you very much for coming to our podcast. We really appreciate it. And till we meet again whenever on the future when we meet again.
No, the pleasure is all mine.
Thank you.
Thanks.
In closing, guys, thank you for watching our Mavi podcast. This is one of those episodes that I really enjoy doing it. We will meet again on the next episode. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Say whatever that you want to say, whatever that you want us to discuss in this podcast. This is your podcast. It's not only my podcast. It's our podcast. We thank you guys, and we love you a lot.
Can I end with Enda?
Tango. Thank you guys.